The Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
MAFS. Well, it's in full swing.
Yes,
We've seen
and-
it all so far.
Hey, Nat, we're over the halfway mark.
I
We're getting
know.
to the end.
Yeah,
So-
we are lucky enough to be joined right now by Husband of the Year, Harrison. Hi, Harrison.
Really?
Good morning. Good morning. I don't know if I'd be getting that title, but
Yes, I don't know
good
either.
morning.
What do you
How
mean
are
you
you?
don't know? I mean, every time we watch the show, they're saying you're a narcissist, you're gaslighting people. Surely that's part of the title?
Ah, look, it's so easy to make a gaslighter. It's so easy. It's the oldest trick in the book.
Yeah. Hey, Harrison, do you think maybe you'll be able to get a sponsorship deal with Clean Heat or something afterwards because of the amount of times that gaslight's been used in your name?
It gets used every year.
Yeah.
It gets used every year.
Yeah.
Every year someone gets accused of it. It's, like I said, it's the oldest trick in the book. It's nothing new. But yeah, it's just something that I've got to sort of deal with now and talk about and explain my side of things, I suppose, because there's a lot of stuff that happens on the show that people aren't aware of.
Okay,
course.
can you explain to us why you're on the show? Now, most of the other people we've spoken to, and over the journey, we've been able to do that for a long time, and you just go, right, you're in it for Instagram fame, or you want to be on TV, and a lot of people are coming off like a knob, and to be honest, that's been you for most of this season so far. Can you defend that and explain why you got on the show in the first place?
I can't defend it, mate. I'm a bit of a knob. No, I would say, look, I went on the show because I was looking to get into a relationship. I wanted to test myself, and I was pretty open about the fact that, look, at least if that didn't work out, being famous also has its advantages. So I'm just gonna, come out and say that's probably the two main motivations for most people going on the show. I would say is that they know that they're either going to meet the person of their dreams, or they're going to get that blue tick.
Can I just say, Harrison, you are, I think, the first person out of all the series of Married at First Sight that we have covered that has actually admitted that.
Yeah,
That's true.
Now, Harrison,
That's forbidden admission.
can I just go back to what you alluded to before? And we get that it's edited. We get that we don't see everything that goes on, but you are being judged by what we see, and you obviously are watching it. So when you're watching what we see, so you're watching your behaviour, do you understand why people are calling you a gaslighter? Do you?
Oh, yeah. I watch it and I can see it perfectly clearly why people would say that. Yeah.
So do you think that you got the gaslighter edit, or do you think your behaviour fits that profile?
100%. No, I've never gaslit Bronte, and Bronte admits it herself. She says, he's never manipulated me, he's never gaslit me.
Yeah, but you gaslit her to believe that.
Yes. It's the nature of it.
I'm just that good at manipulating and gaslighting. I can get people
lots of
to
people are.
say things. Yeah.
But I mean, it is. But sometimes, you know what I mean? There might be a really
why don't you guys give me an example where you feel like I've gaslit Bronte and we can talk about it?
Well, I mean, I'm not really going to get into examples. I'm going to talk about what's happened with Bronte as well, because I feel like, okay, this is how I'll explain it. So when you put something in the fridge and you leave it uncovered and then the other things in the fridge start taking on that smell, that's what I feel like's happened. That's what I feel like's happened with you and Bronte. I feel like Bronte's now picked up your traits and she doesn't even know she's doing it, because Bronte's now a person that I feel like is doing
Bronte's traits.
Oh, I don't know.
okay.
I don't know. Harrison, I think it might be a stretch.
I think you.
Well, look at it this way. If they only show my behaviour specifically not other things, do you really not think that there's more? Like, have you left any room for the possibility that there is things going on that you haven't seen?
That's exactly what a gaslighter would say.
No, well, that's true. We do know that it's completely edited.
I'm not manipulating you to question reality. I'm just saying there's things you haven't seen.
I don't trust anything he's saying. He's getting me. He's getting me. I'm writing leave.
Well, look, I think if there's nothing I can say that you guys aren't going to attack with calling it gaslighting, then I don't think there's any point even having the discussion.
Oh, no, we're not attacking you. It's actually pretty funny.
No, I know. I'm just saying. Like, it's not to the point where anything that comes out of my mouth, people are going to go, oh, it's a gaslighting, it's manipulating, blah, blah. You know what I mean? It's like, there's not even any point talking about it then.
It's the power of the edit of the show, though, Harrison, to be honest. It's what people are fed, and, and we only see one side of what's going on.
Why do you think they did that for you? Do you know what I mean? Like, because some people get the good guy edit. Did you think you were going to get the good guy edit?
You always hope. Look, again, it comes back to the fact that I genuinely thought there is so much going on here between me and Bronte. I thought towards this part of the show, I thought there is absolutely no way they could keep up this villainous narrative for me. I was like, There's so much that's come out. All of the women have turned on Bronte. You can see it on the show.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you ask yourself, what are you not seeing on the show to make all of the women turn against Bronte? Regardless of the fact that they're saying what they're saying about our relationship. I mean, for women to turn on women, there has to be something really wrong with that woman's behaviour, because the women on the show were much, much, much tighter than the guys.
I think sometimes, Harrison...
Just leave room for the possibility that the evidence is there, you're just not seeing all of it.
Yeah, I think sometimes as well is that you can give someone the same advice again and
Correct.
again and again, and when they don't take it and they go directly in the opposite way, that's when you start getting shitty with them.
Yes, that's right.
And I feel like that's sort of where
And
some of the girls are coming from.
Everybody's got that friend who comes to them crying and says, he's horrible to me, blah, blah, blah. And then they're like, okay, leave him. And they're like, yeah, I'm going to. And then they go back to him. And then it's like, oh my God, we can't keep going through this. You got the sense that that's where...
Well, in that situation, who's really the problem?
I think it's all a problem.
Well, I mean, I don't think you get to excuse the guy's behaviour because she went back to him.
Harrison, you would have been copying this the whole time, and I know you've been doing interviews after interviews along, because that's the part of the gig. Have you
guys are my favourite, though.
How you gone with this?
Harrison.
You say that to all the girls, yes.
How you going with this? Are you regretting being on the show? Because this puts into focus family and friends because they see you, that kind of thing.
No, look, no, I don't regret going on the show. I'm getting everything that I wanted from going in there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, okay.
Which is public attention? Is that the...
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow, are you going to have a blue tick party when you get it? It's going to be pretty exciting.
I'm going to have a lot Mate, do you guys want an invite?
Mate, I'll go to your party. I'll see what's going on.
Harrison, how'd you get on the show? Did you get someone
big 20-foot gas lighters.
big bonfire?
Gas barbecues in a park.
Just lining the way into the party, and only villains are invited.
Harrison, did you have an agent come to you at some stage to get you on the show?
Like a producer talent spot, or did you apply?
Yeah. No, I've had people reach out. I haven't really spoken to. I had someone looking after me for a couple of weeks, but that took a different direction. It's just at the moment I don't have any management. So if you know anyone or anyone's keen, hit me up.
No, but to get on the show in the first place, did you get spied? Did someone come after you to go? You'd be,
or did you apply?
No. I think producers sit on Hinge and Tinder and they see who the singles are in a certain area, and then they'll pick out the most narcissistic. I'm kidding. They will just, they'll send the feelers out to see who's keen.
No, I think the first one was right.
and just quickly on that. So
I'm
when
just giving you guys what you really want, which is admitting that I'm a gaslighting narcissist. I think that's where it's
Isolate
going.
that. We got it.
Yeah.
For everybody out there watching the show, how much should a producer who's by your side say, go and say this, or go up in,
pushing their
someone else's grill? Yeah, how does that happen?
Producers stand behind us with cattle prods, and if we don't do exactly what they want, we get tasered.
To be honest, though, I would believe that too. I completely believe that. I mean, look,
you go out there and you gaslight your little ass off.
Yeah. The show is like, we know a lot of it is fabricated. We know most of it is manipulated.
You'd be surprised how much of it's real. It just comes down to what they show and what they don't show.
Yeah, but also the fact they ply you with alcohol and force you together.
I'm genuinely having those conversations. I'm genuinely...
Yeah, but they light the fuse by giving you questions to ask one another and that sort of business, and the ridiculous...
And making a move into, with bloody, what's her name last night?
This interview has gone a complete 180, because we started off with, no, you definitely are a gaslighter, to, we know it's fake.
I know.
The two can be true, though, Harrison.
Yeah,
both can be true.
We do think that you gaslight and stuff like that. But yet, I am open. Wait there, let me finish. I am open to the fact that what I'm seeing in my opinion of you is pushed along to one side because of editing. So what I'm seeing of you,
right?
You know what I mean? But we've been doing this show for 20 years, so we know what the editing is. So I can see the way I've been conditioned to think of you, but yet I can be open to the fact that I'm being pushed to think of you that way because of the way it's being edited.
Most people aren't so open-minded, so that's good. That shows that you're not biased. You're just watching the show and trying to pick things up, and I think that's fair.
I'm a very smart man.
Would you ever employ John Aiken to help you out in a relationship outside of the experiment?
Look, if I went to John Aiken for relationship advice and I got what I got from the last commitment ceremony, I definitely would walk out without paying. I'll put it that way.
Well, 100%.
We have to admit to you though, Harrison, with John, right?
If I went to any relationship expert and said, "Look, I don't know what my issues are. I'm half this relationship. It's falling apart. Help me." And he goes, "That's the issue right there." I'd go, "No shit, bro." I'd walk out.
I have to admit to you, Harrison, when John Aiken came in before this series kicked off, he actually said to us off air,
Yes.
"I've never come across someone like Harrison before." So already before the show's even started, our image of you was tainted.
Yes.
And he basically said that. He basically said that you're a monster.
He did say that.
No.
Yes.
No.
No.
I don't believe it.
He said
I don't
there has
believe it.
never been a contestant on this show like Harrison.
And mate,
I heard an interview John Aiken did, and they asked him who the most memorable was, and he said me.
oh, dude, he did not.
but I
he's-
don't-
But that was
I don't
loaded
think-
with memorable because of...
John and I get along quite well, so I don't think he would have rubbished me like that.
Are you kidding me? Harry, Amy, everyone's in the room. Did John Aiken say that?
Yeah, he did.
He did.
Everyone, speak up.
He did
Yeah.
at the start.
He did, mate. This was off air. He said to
Well,
us.
put it this way, on air right now with me,
Yes.
right? Why would they do that? Why would they put someone like that knowingly into a relationship with quite a vulnerable person, which was Bronte?
For
That just seems
Oh,
like cruelty, right?
For
ratings!
television.
No, that just seems like intentional cruelty. So
Mate,
again, I don't buy that. I don't think that's
I
true.
think a lot of the show is intentional cruelty.
Yes, it is.
To be honest, and like, honestly, like they put someone like you in there, Harrison, because what's
You're an
happening?
agitator.
You would have the most requests for interviews. You are the storyline.
Yeah.
Like so without you in there, if it was just all lovely, like Ollie and his missus, they're lovely. If it was just all relationships like that, no one would care. No one would
watch
see
it.
it.
No one would watch it.
Yeah, so that's why. I mean, like, we don't have to be stupid to know how TV works these days.
Well, one can be true without the other. I agree that without me and that the storyline would be quite flat at the moment. Like, I agree with that. But I reject the notion that I'm some sort of a monster. I mean, I'm an amazing father. I've got a huge heart. And there were times where I was in a really, really quite a nice and pleasant relationship with Bronte. So, it all swings and roundabouts. There is some bad behaviour in there that I've got to own as well. But at the same time, I'm just a pretty average guy, to be honest.
Well, to be honest,
and I was just put into some really like, these aren't usual circumstances. I'm at a dinner party with 10 couples that, quite frankly, are all out to get me and my relationship as well. So it's not like they're not usual circumstances that people find themselves in on MAFS, and it brings out the best and the worst in everyone.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
Look, I don't think it's fair to paint anyone with like a particular brush, and I don't think John would rubbish me like that. Like, I get along. I've had conversations with John off air, and we get along fine, so I just don't think that he'd be calling me a monster.
Dude,
basically.
we've got no reason to lie about what happened before this
call you a monster.
interview.
Anyway.
You inferred it.
MAFS is back tonight, 7:30 on Channel 9 and 9 now. Harrison, thank you for talking to us this morning.
Thanks, guys. Have a good day.
Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.